For our first example, we have to construct and print a list 3, 7, and 12 by setting each field of each node. And to do this, we need to use ListNodes. So we're going to make a ListNode class. It can be done down here, but it's in its own file for this. We need to have it be public class ListNode, since that's just convention. We need a storage to store any data that we're passing into the node. So we're going to have this as public int data. And then we also need a link to the next node. So we have public ListNode next. So data stores whatever data is passed in, and next stores the link to the next node. Going back into our example 1, we need to create a new instance of ListNode. So we're going to write out ListNode, and its name we're going to call it list, and we're going to declare it as a new ListNode. Now we can start adding variables into our list. First we need to add 3. What we're going to do is list. Since it is a class, we can do dot and see the things we can do inside of it. We're going to do dot data since we want to store something in it. And we're going to set it to equal to 3 because that's what we're storing. Now we have to declare a new node to follow it. In declaring our next node, what we're going to do is make list dot, and then we have to call next. And then we have to set it equal to new list node since we're creating a new list node. Now we're going to add 7. It's going to be about the same way, but instead of just calling list.data, we have to, because if we just call list.data, it would override this first value. So what we need to do is go into this node that we created that's empty. So we need to do list.next, and we need to declare this as data and set it equal to 7. So it's going to store 7. We need to declare the next node again, so we could just copy this right here. And what we need to do is if we just leave it like this, it will declare this node as 0 since it is the next one. So what we need to do is do another dot next. So the next one will be empty. Now we need to add 12. So we're going to list dot next dot data is equal to 12. And then we need to declare a new node. And for this, we're just going to do the same thing where we do list dot next is equal to new list node. We can just type sys out and write out all of our points. So we have list dot data, and we can add a space, and then we have list dot next dot data, and then another space, and then our last value, which is 12, is list dot next dot data. And if we run it into the console, we get 3, 7, and 12 for output like this. Messing with the code, if we took out this next, it would overwrite it, and it would only do 3 and 7 because 12 would overwrite where 7 would be, and the empty nodes are automatically set to 0, so that's why that's 0. And if we were to just print this out, after changing this back, it would print out 7 twice instead of 12.